We remember the dawn of a rainbow dream, Mandela's smile and a steady stream of hope and growth, and a hand held tight, chasing the shadows into the light. But the cupboard got bare and the locks got broke. The new South Africa became a joke, while the looters danced and the coffers drained, and a sleepy voice was all that remained. Oh, let's make new friends, let's turn the page, step out of the dark and off of the stage. We don't want the gloom or the backroom deal. We want a future that's bright and real. Goodbye to the shadows, hello to the sun. Let's find a party where everyone's one. From Pretoria's halls to the dusty street, the patronage puppies are tasting the sweet. While the silver is gone and the lights go low, they're putting on such a vintage show, with old school slogans and red star lines, while the rest of us look for better signs. They're biting the hand that helped us grow. It's time for the Rogues Gallery to go. We saw the ships on the deep blue sea, but that's not the company for you and me. We don't want the mullahs or the iron fist. Give us a friendship we've truly missed. Black, brown, and white, we're standing tall, asking for liberty for one and all. Keep your comrades, we want the bold. We want a story that's paved in gold. Oh, let's make new friends, let's turn the page, step out of the dark and off of the stage. We don't want the gloom or the backroom deal. We want a future that's bright and real. Goodbye to the shadows, hello to the sun. Let's find a party where everyone's one. Peace and love and a proper date. Make new friends. Capitalism looks really great. Make new Democracy is the way to be. A brand new friend for you and me.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not in Texas. Dang it. Dag nabbit. I'm still in Pennsylvania. Okay, sound is fine. Just doing a sound check. Welcome back on a Thursday night, the 29th of January, 2026. It appears that they've reached a deal to not shut down the government for at least 2 more weeks. Woo! What an incompetent government we have. 2 more weeks. You seem to be cheerful this morning. Trust you have good news. Good news about what, Rudolph? Good news about what? Nope. Just 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They extend the government for 2 more weeks. They want to hamper Homeland Security, the people who are trying to invade this country. It is time now not to give in to this nonsense. By the way, oh, no, I'm in a good mood because I'm finding comments comical. I was called a racist by a racist. Stupid people. Oh, dumb South Africans who think that calling someone a racist actually has any impact today. You've so cheapened the phrase, it means nothing anymore. The rand continues surging against dollar despite the short-term dip for full and silver yesterday. Gold, silver, Swiss franc literally replaced dollar. Dream on. Dream on. Dream on. What is the exchange rate with this Swiss franc today? 1.3 to the dollar. Swiss franc. Okay, let's take a look. $1.3 to the dollar. No, not replacing dollar. Swiss currency too small. That's a comical statement. The Swiss franc is tiny. It's not even a global currency anymore. Swiss franc can't replace the dollar, can't replace the euro, can't replace even the renminbi. It's too small. It's a tiny economy, just impossible. Nice fantasy. Keep telling yourself that. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Nobody buys Swiss-denominated government bonds. No. Nobody buys those. That's comical. Thanks for sharing, though. Appreciate you playing the economics game, but you're wrong. Sloth Puppy, welcome to you. Relinda Snow, Wacky Mantis, DeFleermus, Charles Edward Cook, Christopher Nard, East Coast Ostrich, Nikki Hayton, Rudolph Skeppers, Sean, Petrus von der Linden, Nicola, Xavier, Momo, Lucinda, Cecilia Kruger, Hermanus Johannes Elunk. Okay, listen, I'm going to also Osher Coffin. So somebody sent me, also a word of caution. Offer you a word of caution. I received a WhatsApp from someone earlier saying, hi, this is, I'll pick a name, Dave. Hi, Dave. Dave who? I talked to a lot of Daves. The Dave who changed his number from South Africa. Oh, well, that really helps me out a lot. Are you Dave so-and-so who was doing this? No, that's not me. I'm the Dave who changed the number. Well, thank you. You're like the first person who's changed their South African number to U.S. number. I'm sorry. That doesn't help me. Why won't you tell me your last name? I'm not going to write back to you if you don't tell me your last name. I mean, you know, I already got scumbags, not cheap, but scumbags trying to punk me by writing me, oh, I need help, please help me. And they're little spies for little hateful shrews and cat ladies elsewhere trying to get me in a WhatsApp conversation to say something, to call them names. They attack me endlessly. They attack me, and this crazy lady attacked me. She kept trying to get me to say something. You know, she was trying to call me so she recorded the call about me saying something. Not going to work, sweetheart. You morons aren't that bright. I worked intelligence for decades. You think I'm going to fall for that stupidity? Hey, Sean, welcome you. So whoever this person is, Dave, please tell me who the hell you are, or give me your phone number. I don't know who you are. You know, I find it comical that people write to you and, you know, without being solicited. And I appreciate them writing, and I appreciate contacting me, but I don't know who the hell you are. The 3,000 phone numbers that appear in my phone today, +27. I don't know who you are. It doesn't give a name. It just gives a phone number. You know, you need to tell me who you are. Otherwise, I don't know if I'm supposed to engage with you or not. Honestly, come on, guys. What I find funny is that so many people write to me. They act like they're the only person in my life. They're the only person that I'm dealing with. You guys realize when I hung up today, the first thing I did is I'm contacting the CDC and immigration in Atlanta to make sure that a service animal for a child is able to come over on Tuesday because someone cocked up the whole process. It's not my job. It's not my place. But I'm doing it anyway, free of charge, helping people. As soon as I'm done with that, the next thing I did is we had a refugee that was stranded in Newark because their flight was delayed and then they had a mechanical problem. Well, the phone number for the case officer was never forwarded to the family. So here they are sitting. They've been there since 5 o'clock in the morning, waiting to go to the Midwest, and they're waiting, and they have no SIM cards. The agents disappeared from IOM. They just fucked off. They went somewhere, left them alone at the airport, so they don't know what to do. They're foreigners in a foreign country, never been here before. Fortunately, they speak English, but still, they got kids running around the airport. You know, they've got concerns. So they sent me a message, said they're stuck there. So what do? I asked for the name of the agency. I called the agency. I had the agent's name, but I call, and this stupid system says, now push the numbers to the first 3 letters of the person's name. So I push 3 letters and only reads the first digit. You know, like 1 is ABC and 2 is DEF. Well, I went with A. So, I mean, what the hell is that? So I start going through this menu. Anyway, I went back, hit the switchboard, got a nice lady. She gave me the extension number I needed. I called that extension number. The person wasn't there. As I suspected, they probably went to the airport already. So I'm trying to save them the trouble sitting in the airport for hours when the flight is taking off, and having an agent who's pissed off, who's lost their whole day when they could be doing other things because the family can't contact them. And they don't have the family's number. So that's the first thing. So they also kindly gave me her mobile number. So I called the mobile. Didn't answer. went to voicemail. Voicemail box is full, so I couldn't leave a message. But as I hoped, I wrote back to the family. I called them, did a video call because they were on Wi-Fi at the airport. I told them, don't use their phone because all your credit will be gone like that. Calling in the U.S., calling a number with a South African SIM card, you'll eat all your credit. Don't touch it. Just stay on Wi-Fi. And stay on WhatsApp. So as I hoped, the lady called me back. And I explained who I was, and I told the situation, so they all sorted out. They are now arrived at their destination about 9 o'clock tonight after their flight was late. When I finished that, then I was dealing with a situation where families had their flights canceled twice in September, again in January. This is a family that has now put themselves in a very serious bind. They're forced to stay on a farm, and they have disposed of all their firearms, which they were using to protect themselves in case they were attacked. They've disposed of them because they were supposed to fly this week. Well, now their flight's been canceled again. So I had to try to find someone in the U.S. government to address this situation. And so that's what my afternoon was. I left there. I went to the Veterans Organization, had to see if we could get a projector to work to project the Super Bowl so we can draw people in to make money so the place doesn't go bankrupt. And then dealing with other issues there and with bills and payments and stuff and taking care of all of that. And then I left there. And anyway, so I don't know who Dave is. Dave, you have to tell me who you are. Why are you not telling me your last name? Not telling me your last name leads me to believe that you're trying to engage me for the purposes of tricking me into something. So, for the people that keep writing to the wrong email accounts, the people keep sending messages like that, I'm just going to start ignoring you. If you don't have the courtesy to tell me who the hell you are, you know who I am, so why can't I know who you are? Jean, Bobby John, Zona Bloom, Charles Edward Kolk. And I'm surprised that the ambassador is not in South Africa. I suspect he's already there, but it hasn't been reported. Literally replacing dollar. The Swiss economy is what? $2 trillion maybe? Size Swiss, okay, size. What the hell is this? Come on, stupid thing. That's a Swiss. Thank you. Stupid refrigerator shut off. $1.5 trillion. Actually, it's $1 trillion. Our economy is 32 times the size of Switzerland, and you're going to tell me that they're going to be able to replace the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is the reserve currency of the world. You go to banks all over the world, they have dollars in their vault. You go to money changers everywhere in the world, they have more dollars than they have anything else. The only currency that could even remotely hope to replace the dollar is the euro, and that's only used for about 20% of transactions. So that's impossible. Come on, man. You need to get with the program. Stop. You will get a heart attack. Slow down. Breathe. What are you talking about? Hey, Fonz. Look at that. See, Fonz got a 4-hour medical scan. He said, I told you guys are all broken physically, and we're paying for it. Americans are paying for it because South Africa provides you no medical care. You're not late, Mr. Alexander. We just started at 10 o'clock. All right. Try to watch live today. Last week, either without power. You got buffering. Well, Krista, two things you can do. You can push for lower resolution. You don't need high definition. It takes more data. That'll lower the quality of the picture, but you don't need quality. I'm not showing you graphs or charts or anything that you need to see. And the other thing you can do is you can push pause, wait 60 seconds, put play, and then all the data as it catches up will go into your cache, and then you'll play, and you shouldn't have any more buffering. That usually does the trick. So you'll be a little bit behind, but it works. So rather than just give up, okay? We're always asking people to hit the like button and subscribe. I think everybody here is probably a subscriber. 74 likes, but only 104 people here. Wow. What's going on? What's going on? People shamming on a Friday. Anyway, yep. Oh, I thought we were going to have a discussion about Swiss franc. I'm curious about that. Economy 1/32 the size of the United States. But we're not going to have that conversation, apparently. Shame. All right. Well, I was all excited about that. Hey, Hendo, what's going on? Hang on a second. Someone. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. So there's a ref view, things going pretty well. Wow. All right, so I've sorted out who Dave is. Sort out who Dave is. Okay, so. Sorry, that was an important message. Towers in our town can sometimes not even make a complaint. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know, Chris. I know. It's like that. But that's why I'm saying if you reduce the pixels, the quality of the video, you can do that. Let me see. I mean, there's an easy way to do that right down the bottom of the screen. You just click on it, reduce the size. Let me see if I can find it real quick. YouTube Studio. Hello, Coco. Welcome to you. Go to my channel or your channel. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, let me go to Jew Haters Rise Up. That's the one. Come on. Okay, mute. Okay, somewhere down here you can, let me see if I can figure where it's at. There you go. Okay, so here, I'll show you how. So this is what you do. I don't know. I'm not on the phone, so you have to figure it out on the phone. But like on the PC, down here there's a wheel, a gear down here. See this right here? So you click over here, and you got quality. And it's auto 720 for mine. And you can pick what you want. 144, 240 pixels, 360, 480, 720. And that's, oh, look at that. Now we've got the endless screens coming up. Let me end that. Yeah, that's the problem with that. It just keeps showing the same screen aside. But anyway, you just go there and that's what you do. That's how it works. And you reduce the quality. And then, you know, it takes a lot less data to get it. What do I think of US media editing Alex Preddy's photo? I really don't give a crap. What photo? What's photos edited? What's it edited about? What do they do with it? They give him horns? Don't really care. I have no empathy for a man who brings a firearm intending to do harm. A man who interferes with federal law enforcement operations in criminal fashion, who gets himself killed. No empathy. Yeah, there you go. 360 is pretty good, says James Saul. What exactly you rolling for here, Stratcott? You've been coming out here a lot lately trying to troll and saying things. You've been given a long leash here. So what is your question intended to do? Are you looking for a gotcha moment? What do you want to hear from me? I don't care. I don't even know what you're talking about. What's been edited? So you throw a question out there, you don't explain it. What photo? What photo's been edited? And why would I care about it? Please explain. You asked me a question. I can't answer your question without full context from you. What are you looking for here? No, Hendo, it looks like the budget shutdown has been delayed for 2 weeks. They are going to approve everything for 2 weeks in an effort to squeeze Trump to break the law and confine the role of the Immigration Customs Enforcement, which is what activist judges have been trying to do. This country's out of control. We're so screwed. We're so screwed. These judges are just like the ANC. They don't like the law, so they do what they want. Oh, thank you, Stratcott. They made him look more buff and tan, changed his appearance. Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, I'm sorry. You're not trolling. My apology. I wasn't sure. Maybe I'm confusing you with someone else. If so, my mea culpa to you. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. He's dead. He is the architect of his demise. And apparently, according to his parents, he went out there and interfered with law enforcement operations, stopped his vehicle, ran into the street, and tried to interfere with the cops a couple weeks ago. And his parents begged him to stop doing it, and he was a stupid asswipe, and he carried a firearm stuck in his belt like he was playing Grand Theft Auto, tackling and getting involved with law enforcement, and he's dead. That doesn't mean he deserved to die. He deserved to be in prison is where he deserved to be. He should have been in jail for his previous actions. The fact that we take these people and they present a danger to the public safety by interfering in a law enforcement operation and endangering public safety, and they're not put in jail is the problem. If he'd been put in jail, this wouldn't have happened. If he'd been in jail where he belonged, this wouldn't have happened. So that's my take on that, Strotcut. I don't care about them buffing up. They also try to make me some. It's Strotcut. Okay, you're not listening to what I just said. Did I not just apologize to you? Did I not just apologize to you? 2 minutes ago, I apologized to you. Did the refugee from Michigan who had issues with their family signing documents agree to an interview with you? I think I've got an update from that person, but I don't know. I had so many messages today, I can't keep track of it. Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't help when the internet, which is supposed to be your friend, doesn't work. I got my cable bill early and I tried to pay it today, and the freaking cable. I mean, this is embarrassing. An IT company, Xfinity, which delivers my internet, their website didn't work. I couldn't pay a bill. I did pay it tonight. I just need to make a note of this. Paid online just before I went live. 29 January. Okay, so I just paid that bill. Okay, so yeah, Stratcott, yeah, hang in there. You're either you're behind in the stream or you're not listening to what I said. I actually apologized to you. Yeah, he found out the hard way that guns and stupidity don't mix. Yep. Storm with some flooding yesterday. Small kitten flushed down drainage holes in the yard. Poor thing almost drowned. Whoa, lucky it saved it there. Okay. I don't know. I thought I got something from that person, the refugee, but it's hard to keep track. So many people are in touch with me. It's crazy. Georgina Samuels. How you doing? Stratcutter, are you caught up, man? Did you catch my apology? Now I'm worried about whether you got my apology or not. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, yeah, it's not all over the news. I was just all over the news an hour ago. There's no mention of some photo being. See, the problem, guys, is some of you go to these alternative websites, which aren't news sites. I go to the news sites and I pull up that. If they don't cover a story, then I only find out about it from someone telling me about it or because I happen to find out about it on social media, and I'll pursue it. But I haven't been on social media or alternative media. I've only been looking at the mainstream legacy media so I can refute their garbage. Snow, what's going on? All right, now I'm getting very concerned that Stratcott is not there. Did I not apologize? Did I? Was that in my head? Did I keep it in my head? Ah, there you go. Okay. Okay. I was like, I swear I just apologized to Stratcott. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, it's a little slow. Okay. You're caught up. Okay. Thanks, man. I'm like, come on, man. I apologized. Okay. All right. Look, I mean, the problem with text is it's not clear. Plus, your name got looped in with a couple people were trolling the other night. So I made a mistake about that. Okay. Okay. I did. So I said I made a mistake. There's a lot of haters out there. There's a lot of evil people that are trying to cause dissension. That's why we started putting the rules back in the chat again. So, yeah, anyway, I don't know why we have to do that. You'd think people are adults, but no, everyone here tonight seems to be an adult, but we don't have that all the time. So, there you go. All right. There's no more partial shutdown, Michael Marks. You're behind. There's no partial shutdown. Where are you getting it from? They reached the deal a short while ago. About an hour ago, they reached the deal. So for 2 weeks, they're going to extend the budget. Yep. You're behind, Michael Marks. It's amazing. The only Marx I ever knew growing up was Karl Marx. Didn't even think anybody would use that name. Then I saw Richard Marx, the singer, and now there's so many South Africans who have the name Marx. Well, for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. In fact, let's get to that now since people are confused about that story. All right, so Trump strikes a deal with the Democrats and the government shutdown. Yep, he sure does. For now, for 2 weeks. The agreement includes advancing 5 spending bills and funding the Department of Homeland Security for 2 weeks as lawmakers negotiate changes to DHS and ICE. There should be no change to DHS and ICE. Don't succumb to this. President Trump and Senate Democrats struck a deal Thursday to avert a prolonged shutdown. The agreement will fund all the government except for Homeland Security through next September. DHS will operate in a 2-week stopgap bill, according to 5 sources familiar with the agreement. Senate vote on funding agreement could happen as soon as Thursday night. Funding will temporarily lapse for multiple agencies starting at 12/01, but if the deal passes both chambers, the impact is expected to be minimal since most federal employees don't work on the weekend. So there you go. Reach a funding package, but this is just simply blackmail. They want us to avoid the law. So we have members of Congress who want the federal agencies to not execute the law, and therefore they're denying funding to an agency that's supposed to execute the law. Only Marks that counts as Malcolm Marks. Hey, Mark, what's up? Yeah. Okay, so Stratcut's I'm gonna look this up. Let me look for this up because now I'm interested. Now that Stratcut has brought this up, let me look this up. So that's pretty toward photo. Alt-right picture. Megyn Kelly, oh, she says, okay. But this is Yahoo News. It's not even news. It comes from Medialite. Megyn Kelly slams MS Now for using AI-enhanced image of Alex Preddy, which aired unknowingly. They didn't think their hero was hot enough. Megyn Kelly skewered MS Now, which unknowingly used the channel admitted. What the channel admitted was an AI-enhanced picture with Kelly pointing out multiple manipulations of the photo, including they tanned him up. That's what you're talking about. Fixed his teeth, darkened his hair, and made his nose smaller. That's what you're talking about. MS Now, or MSNBC, claims that the edited picture was pulled from the internet. By the way, it's full disclosure, I own 7 shares in MS Now. Xfinity spun off their media stuff, and I got shares. Okay, I'm looking to see. So this is 56 seconds. So let me see the pictures. Okay, what else the picture?
Killing of an anti-Semitic, an ICU.
Oh yeah. His grimy teeth are fixed here. So this is what they showed on air. The fake news media. This is what they showed on air. That's what they showed on air. The teeth are fixed. Okay, let's see what he actually looks like according to them. I wish they put it side by side, but they don't do that. This is, no one's done that yet. This is what he actually... Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, this is it. Yeah. So they altered the picture like that. They tanned him up to make him look less white. They made his nose smaller. They reduced the bags under his eyes. Yep. And his teeth are completely different, as is his smile. His lips are redder. Look at that. Exactly, future looks bright when so-called lawmakers are the ones voting against enforcing the laws that they wrote and citizens vote on. That shows next level secret agendas. Indeed. You're going to send the snow back to PA. Well, there's no snow coming this way. It's because they're not real product. Okay, Rudolph, you have to understand, the people doing this aren't real. They're not real Americans. They're either paid or they're America-hating scumbags who've been indoctrinated to hate this country. They're not real Americans. No. Yeah, okay, there you go. So Stratcott, that's what you're asking about. I'm not surprised. Is that the picture you're talking about? Please let me know if that's the picture you're talking about. You're one that raised the issue. I didn't even know about it. So that's on social media. It's not anywhere in the news because they're covering it up. The New York Times and the Guardian and the Washington Post aren't going to report on their fellow leftist travelers and the fake legacy media, manipulating the public like that. Moby Thick, another person in Denver. I saw Hendo comment, partial shutdown, not really many marks. Also a fan of Malcolm. Okay. Stradcott, are you still there? I covered the topic, man. Come on. Dude, I did it just for you, man. Where you at in the chat? So this is what Google gave someone last week when they Googled who this one. Look what they did. This is what Google provided last week. Alex Jeffrey Preddy, a 37-year-old ICU nurse and U.S. citizen, was fatally shot by Border Patrol. Look at the picture. It's from NBC News 5. Who was the man that got shot? And that's what they gave it. Suddenly he's black. Yes, no, Stradcott, you're 100%. No, that's why I've been calling him out for years. I mean, the New York Times ran a story yesterday which they claim that Trump is only letting white South Africans come in the country. They want us to have sympathy for frickin' Chobani because they need workers. I have no sympathy for them. Don't build your factories in the middle of nowhere. Nobody lives. Fonz says goodnight. Where are you going, Fonz? It's only frickin' 8:30, man. Frozen and knackered. Why are you frozen? Stop watching the show outside on the porch and smoking cigarettes. Fonz, go inside. Stop smoking. It's better for your health. It saves money. And watch the show from inside. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, she says, don't believe your eyes and ears. But then she uses an AI image in the background. Let's listen to what she had to say.
When the history of this moment, this time, is studied, an epicenter of this moment will undoubtedly be the city and the people of Minneapolis, Minnesota. The people there were pushed to the brink over the weekend.
They weren't pushed to the brink. They're criminals. They're pushing federal law enforcement to the brink.
Again, in the wake of another killing of a nonviolent bystander.
Nonviolent? They interfere with law enforcement. See, this is just propaganda. This is just pure propaganda.
By ICE agents in Minneapolis. This time it was 37-year-old Alex Preddy, an ICU nurse who cared for veterans.
No, he didn't care for veterans. He was a shitbird.
Donald Trump and his cabinet, his administration, are demanding once again that you not believe your eyes and ears.
She literally says they're demanding that you not believe your eyes and ears when she uses an AI-altered image of this guy.
Administration are demanding once again that you not believe your eyes and ears. Fortunately, for the sake of our country and our democracy, Americans in large numbers today are choosing to reject Donald Trump's lies and his...
Now, see, that's not news. Donald Trump's lies. There's no lie here. There's no lie here. Trump's not even talking about Preddy. This scumbag... Oh, if I said how I really feel about this woman, oh, I would get attacked. Yeah, a nonviolent protester. Not a nonviolent protester. See, they would have you think that ICE is walking down the street going, oh, there's one, and start shooting people in the street. That's not what's happening here. They are insane. Don't worry about them, Stradcott. They cluster in San Francisco, in New York City, in D.C., in Chicago, in places like that. You can avoid them. Live filters are hilarious. A woman turns her head and the program can't keep it. Suddenly, I don't understand what that means, Light Rain. Yeah, he just magically inserted himself in an ICE operation. How peaceful. Yeah, exactly. It's not news reporting. MSNBC. Yep, that's who they are. That's who they are. No, I haven't seen the clip. I bet the numbers are shocking, much lower. But the problem is that if you don't report the criminal activities of these people, if you reported those criminal activities, crime would be way up. Well, he's a South African detained by ICE. He's the second one. These are criminal alien invaders. They're illegally here. Somebody earlier said that he's a H-2A. No, he's not. Now, if he's an H-2A, he's not a criminal alien invader. He has a visa. But if he overstayed his visa, then he's a criminal. Yep. %50 reduction. Well, you do have in South Africa as well. Yeah, leftists are overwhelmingly cowards unless in large numbers. Exactly. And even then, it takes very little to frighten them off. Very little. All you got to do is take one of them down, and they run like little babies. Look at the EFF. Look at the EFF. 5 Budikis show up and they run. They wet their pants. Yeah. Thank you, Stratcott, for that. I didn't even know that. Thank you so much for that. I didn't know what you're getting at. That's comical. That's comical. She actually, fake news. Don't believe your eyes and ears. I got to say that. That's too good. That's too precious. That's not what I want. Oh, that's too precious. Yeah, thank you, Stratcott. And thank you for your understanding when I misunderstood something. It happens. That's why I apologize to people on air if I misunderstand something. MS now. Road Captain Kev is back. Fonz, did you go back inside and warm up? Stop smoking those cigarettes. Kike at Dink. 5 liters of blood. What are you talking about? If you gave up 5 liters of blood, you'd be dead. What are you talking about? I'm all right. I'm calling BS. I'm calling BS. What is Fonz drinking, man? He's not just smoking cigarettes. He's drinking now, too. What's going on? What's going on here? $5 liters of blood. Dude, you'd be dead if they took 5 liters of blood. Who are you kidding, man? Come on, Fonz. Why did they take all that blood? What's going on? Do you know if any South Africans have been put in that crazy state? In Minnesota? I don't know if there's any South Africans in Minnesota. No, neither one of those are refugees. Oh, no. Is that the question? Neither one of these people arrested are refugees. They're illegals. ICE doesn't arrest refugees. Unless they are... Well, they don't arrest refugees. Yeah, calling up for March against West Mail. Is that throwing stones? Yes. What possible government knows on the cards? They're just stupid. Yep. Why is it you don't criticize... Oh, here we have a troll. Don't take him out. Let him be here. All right. Why is it you don't criticize President Trump? You criticize black people only. Because you're a fucking liar. I criticize President Trump all the time, dumbass. Watch the content, you freaking sad troll. I criticize President Trump for backing off in Minneapolis. I criticize President Trump for not building the wall in the first term. I criticize President Trump for turning up the temperature on Greenland needlessly. I criticize President Trump all the time. You and your black supremacist racists just like to come here and start your shit. And you're just fucking losers. You know, when did you do something to promote the Khoi people and the San people? When have you promoted the Sutu people or the Tswana people? Have you ever done that? Mr. Nandla Vika Lili la 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 la, whatever the hell you fake name you put up there. Trolls. Only criticize black people. You're fucking stupid. Criticize black people. Are you high? Are you smoking crack cocaine? Are you drinking chibuku? Is that what affecting your mental faculties here? See, you little hate wankers come on here and try your bullshit. Try your bullshit. Is Tim Walz black? No. Is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez black? No. Is Mitch McConnell black? No. Is Chuck Schumer black? No. They're all white. Stupid people should wear signs. This one's for you, hate wanker. This one's for you. Let's just do it. Let's do it. These little clowns come on here. They want attention. We'll give them attention. They want attention. We'll give them attention. Here you go, buddy.
Stupid people should wear signs. Neon bright so we can find a way to dodge their tangled mess. Avoid their chaos more.
Say less. Wear a sign, wear a sign. Woo.
Save me from your twisted line.
Woo.
Wear a sign, wear a sign.
Not an ad, don't waste your time.
Politicians dance and spin.
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba,
Blatant lies with a practiced grin.
ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
Blame the moon,
Blame the stars.
blame the traffic or faulty
cars. You think they're
6, not
35,
35, playing games to stay alive.
alive.
Wear
Side, we're side. Woo.
Save me from your twisted line.
Woo.
Wear a sign, wear a sign. Nada, nada, don't waste your time. Celebrities with tails so tall. Lost my yacht, it's so small. It's hard being rich, don't you see? You're living in your fantasy.
Run along back to your little paymasters who told you to come here and attack an objective channel that openly criticizes everyone who fails, whether they're white, black, or brown. A channel that protects white, black, and brown people. A channel that stands up for Christians, Muslims, and Jews equally. Run along, go back to your little paymasters who told you to come in here and spread your hate. You're talking to the wrong people, dipshit. I saved 640,000 black people from starving to death. You can take your lies elsewhere. And I can criticize all the black people I want. I can criticize all the white people I want. I can criticize all the brown people I want. It's my prerogative. So take your nonsense elsewhere. Nice try. But survey says, We surveyed 100 idiotic racists, and the most common answer to this question was, Wow. Wow. Yeah, apparently only white people are allowed to be criticized. You may only criticize white, straight males. Otherwise, you're a racist, a homophobe, and a bigot. Please. Please. Spare me. Stupid people deserve to be criticized regardless of what their skin pigmentation is. Stupid people deserve to be criticized regardless of what their faith is. Stupid people deserve to be criticized regardless of what their gender is. It's longer just for us to be deliberate without going. Oh, I know. It is intentional. They want the hammer to fall. Oh, no. The level of incompetence is obvious. I don't know what. I mean, they were making so much money. I don't know why they're intentionally trying to collapse the system now, but that's what they're doing. They're trying to collapse the system. The beef market is collapsing in South Africa. Food is becoming inexpensive. Not enough protein will get to children under the age of 5. You'll have stunted black children being born, raised without sufficient protein, having deficient brain capacity as a consequence of this inability to get protein in their diets. No, this is intentional. This is beyond stupid, beyond dumb mistake. This is intentional. They are intentionally trying to antagonize the president. And, Trump has been unbelievably patient with these people because he knows he doesn't want to hurt South Africans. Yep. Yeah. My mama told me life's like a box of chocolates. Stupid is as stupid does. Steve Hyde's going Emily Friendly podcast, so I have him to try it and convince everyone he's actually doing a good job. Well, I gave him a chance last year, but typical, blew me off again for like the 13th or 14th time after promising him, come on. Yeah. It's pure evil. This is exactly what it is. It's pure evil. And I recorded a video earlier. Now they're trying to, these Jew-hating anti-Semitic clowns are trying to stop the South African government from accepting the credentials of Brent Bozell. On the basis of what? More Jew haters, more anti-Semitic clowns. Look, you don't have to love Jews, but you should hate oppression. You should hate people who abuse people for who they are, which is what I hate. So yeah, let's take a look at that. Let's get off the John Steenhuisen story. He's the guy's he's 2 steps from the grave. He's done. He's done. There's nothing we can do to help him. He can't help himself. That's on him. That's his problem. That's he dug the grave himself. South African chapter of anti-apartheid movement. Apartheid ended 32 years ago, yet they form an anti-apartheid movement in 2024. What a bunch of idiots. The new U.S. ambassador expected in Pretoria within weeks with a baggage of ideology at odds with that of the Ramaphosa government. An umbrella organization for Palestinian solidarity is urging the president not to accept his credentials. So these people support terrorism and the murder of innocent civilians and children. What is Hamas? Hamas is an organization that fired tens of thousands of rockets into Israel, attacking schools, kibbutzes, clinics, hospitals, office buildings, murdering innocent civilians for decades. Israel out of Gaza. Well, Israel has been out of Gaza since 2005. They turned it over to the Palestinians. 2004, turned it to the Palestinian Authority. They haven't even been there. These stupid people don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. Right, he's not worth the airtime. Yep. So the South African chapter of the anti-apartheid movement has urged President Ramaphosa to reserve his rights regarding the appointment of Brent Bozell as Washington's new ambassador. So here they are. This is all intentional. They are trying. They want to be the victim. They want to be the martyrs. And this is going to be stupid because this will be the end of the ANC. They're too stupid to realize that they're pushing themselves out of governance and playing their race games. You know, they're attacking the Europeans. Africa's minerals. No, they're not, dumbass. The moment you sell them to somebody, they're someone else's minerals. They're not your minerals anymore. It's a commodity. Either use it or don't dig it up. I should use AI. Hey, Mad Max, are you here? If Mad Max is here, I'll get him to make an AI for me because he's got Gemini. Make me an AI of John Steenhuisen reading Personal Finance for Dummies. Let me see if I can make that now. Let me try that now. I got a second. I don't want to get. I gotta go. I'll use Chat GPT. Create an image of Minister John Huisen, Huisen, reading a copy of All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I pull this off okay. That'll be funny. Interview won't be live because the presenter knows the viewers will be commenting, most of whom are farmers themselves. What platform is he on? Or if he's going to be on one of them? Sermo famously said, the ANC needs 300 years, not 30 years to fix the wrongs of the past. Well, it's going to take 300 years to fix the misdeeds of the ANC for the past 30 years. Oh, can't create an image of a real person. Sure. Okay, I can do it this way. Create a LNSC cartoon. Okay, now I want a cartoon character image. Let's see what happens. Usually it lets me do a cartoon character image. What good is AI if you can't have fun? Oh, yeah, Newspod is pre-recorded. It's not live. People think that's live. I always love people commenting on it. It's not live. I know, because I record always ahead of time for that show. No one's talking about the genocide of Kurds in Syria. Long live Kurdistan. Glory to great Kurdistan. No one's talking about it. Also, no one other than me is talking about the genocide of the Rohingya in Myanmar or about the Uyghurs in China. Only I'm talking about that. Yep. Okay, it won't let me do that. Paste. It has, I wanted to put overdue credit card bills in front of them. Won't let me do that. Let me try this way. Now let's see if it'll do it that way. Ah, it's working. I took care of the... Boy, it's very clever. What I told it was create a landscape cartoon character image of Minister Steenhuisen reading a copy of Personal Finance for Dummies. Use traditional black and yellow cover for the book. Give Steenhuisen a surprise look he's reading. And put overdue credit card bills on the desk in front of him. It won't let me do it because the overdue credit card bills. It won't let me do that. John Steenhuisen reading Personal Finance tips. Let's see how that goes. Can't organize or is it like from go to court and get the hoof and mouth vaccine control government overthrown? I don't know. He'll be on Newspod this morning. Hey Keith, how's it going? Oh, here we go. We got it. All right, you guys tell me what you think of it, okay? How's this look? What do you guys think? Yeah, U.S. murder rate has dropped 20% since Trump started rounding up the murderers. But the argument is always, well, but Americans murder too. Well, apparently not as much as these criminals. You guys like that? He's a bit skinny. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh my goodness. Needs a name. No, that won't do that. It won't let me do it. It's going to need another book first. Okay. Slim Shady. Anyway, yeah, so these people want to stop Ambassador Bozell from getting his accreditation because they hate Jews. They hate Israel. All right, so let's talk about something else which is making the rounds now. And this is also, I have a problem with this now. So this is more racist bullshit here. They won't present it as such, but it is. So Zulu King renaming bid gains political backing as IFP joins KwaZulu debate. It's KwaZulu-Natal. Mizu Zulu wants to remove Natal from the name of KwaZulu-Natal. But the thing is, Natal was named before there was a Zulu nation. So why should the Zulu get to call it KwaZulu exclusively? We've accepted that because there's so many Zulu there that you can add the KwaZulu in front of Natal, but it's Natal. It was unnamed before by anyone. Anyone inhabiting South Africa didn't name the area until it was discovered by the Portuguese on Christmas Day. They came across the area on Christmas Day and named it Natal. So there's no reason to change that whatsoever. They were the first to ever give it a geographic name. Also, it's not simply Zulu. There are only 80% of the people there. Well, that sounds like a large figure, but about 10% are Indian or Asian, 8% are white, and about 2% are mixed race, colored. So, and also, the Zulu don't inhabit all of KwaZulu-Natal. The historic territory of the Zulu Empire doesn't encompass all of what is the Natal province. So, this is just more racism meant to erase white South African culture, and proves once again that white South Africans are under pressure, trying to make white South Africans aliens in a place that's been their home for centuries. Just want to change the names because they want to feel important. And they want to waste money. People need schools. The King's Call received a backlash with culture and political analysts arguing that dropping the talent elevating one cultural community over others would have negative ramifications for union and social cohesion. We do not find anything sinister in the king's proposals. History tells us, and it is well known, that in the past, during the reign of King Shaka, who ruled over many clans, the boundaries extend as far as the river in Eastern Cape, Balfour and Gauteng. And no, it didn't. No, it didn't. The Zulu never extended that far. What a crock. And when Natal was first sighted by Europeans, there was no Zulu nation. Zulu nation only formed 200 years ago. This is an artificial amalgamation created by a fascist dictator who slaughtered his opponents unless they submitted to his reign. So, $15.99. Oh, it's Brazil, excuse me. That's in Brazil. Sorry, it was after. I was going to say that's a bit early. This is 1497. Vasco da Gama sighted and named the coast of Natal region on Christmas Day, 1497. 15, 16, 17, 18, 321 years before the Zulu nation was even formed. Vasco da Gama sighted and named this territory 321 years before, and that's a full 100 years longer than the Zulu nation has even existed. Yes, they want to eradicate anything remotely connected to whites, yep. Why not use the money to feed people instead of renting cities? Why not use the money to fix roads? Ingenioma Trust, that's spelled incorrectly. Portuguese kept sailing. No, they tried. They got their hat handed to them by the Strandlopers in Cape Town. Yep. With all due respect, you're not qualified to talk about the kudos thing. Really? I'm not qualified. Why am I not qualified, buddy? Why am I not qualified? Tell me why I'm not qualified. So I'm sorry. Do you have a degree in history? Are you an Africanist? Are you a published author? Why am I not qualified to talk about the Zulu? Jeez, give me a break. Is he also not qualified to talk about the Zulu? The preeminent historian, South African historian on Zulu history? Is John Laban also not qualified to talk about it? Tell me how I'm not qualified to talk about Zulu history when I'm an African historian. And whether I'm qualified or not isn't germane. Whether I'm qualified is not germane. This isn't UNISA. I'm not lecturing at UNISA. This isn't Harvard. I'm not lecturing at Harvard. This is a YouTube channel. What makes you qualified to be one of my viewers? You don't need to be qualified. I don't need to be qualified. But I'm eminently qualified to speak about South African history. That's just funny. That's just funny. No, we gave him attention earlier. No, it's the same troll. We already gave him attention earlier. And he did run off. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Got to give you credit for that. You didn't run away. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. So, hey, buddy, we just criticized a white guy. You didn't give me credit for that. Oh, I'm very, very offended. Our troll didn't give me credit for criticizing a white guy. But you only criticize blacks. I'm sorry. Does this guy look black to you? Does he look black to you? I mean, I know we gave him a pretty good tan here. So is this guy black? We're going to have to get a redefinition of what black is if John Steenhuisen is black. Because, I mean, the gentleman said, I'd only criticize black people. I only criticize black people. Remember that just a couple minutes ago? You guys heard that. You saw that, right? Just before we played the sign song. Look at that. Is he black? Is he black? I think he's not black. I mean, maybe I need my reading glasses. I mean, look again. No, he's not black. No. Yeah, Inganometrust. That's the correct spelling, Karen. It's Inganometrust. Yep. Once again, this is something the National Party did before the end of apartheid, handed trust over so that black people couldn't own land. Yeah. Zulus don't get their own land. The chief decides who gets to be where. We've seen this land tenure problem in Ghana, where local chiefs have tenure and then they're pissed off at someone because he wants to sleep with your wife. So he takes your farm away from you and you're destitute, just like that. Oh, yeah, that's a good way to run a country. East Coast says, good night, medical early tomorrow. Okay, be well. All right, stop picking on the guy. He's had the courage to hang around. But 1497, 321 years before the Zulu nation even existed. Founded by a demonic, tyrant, totalitarian, fascist murderer, Shaka Zulu, who has an international airport named after him. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So Shaka Zulu could have an airport named after him, but we can't have a statue to Christopher Columbus. I love the stupidity of the leftists. The fantasy world they live in is comical. Is it not? Is it not comical? Anyway, back to this stuff. Right. A not so funny comedian, German, went there. Everybody's going to Greenland now to get attention. I want to go to Greenland, but I'm not going to go when it's this cold. I'll wait till it warms up a little bit. I'm not stupid. We'll go in the summertime. Not going now. I'll go in the summertime when it's a little bit warmer. But yeah, everybody's going to Greenland. I'm not going to Greenland now. Screw that, man. That's a little too chilly. Anyway, but this so-called comedian went to Greenland to think he was funny. Greenland mayor issues warning to media after German comedian's U.S. flag raising stunt. Trump's long-standing territorial design of the Greenland autonomous Danish territory, you mean colony, triggered the most serious crisis in NATO's history since it was formed in 1949. No, the most serious crisis in NATO's history was the deployment of the Pershing 2 missiles. How stupid are these people? Gavin Blackburn. Let's see who this idiot is. Gavin Blackburn. Who the hell is Gavin Blackburn? Oh, it doesn't tell us. It just gives us all his articles. It doesn't tell us anything about him. Let me see if I can do a search and find who Gavin Blackburn is. Not a very smart individual, or doesn't know history. Hey, by the way, I'm guessing, buddy, that Gavin is black. Okay, is white, not black. Yeah, I'm guessing Gavin. Without looking, I'm going to guess but I'm criticizing regardless of what his skin color is in Glasgow. Let me see, Gavin Blackburn. No, that's not it. Euronews. Here he is. He's on LinkedIn. Euronews journalist. He's white. He's white. Senior digital editor. 1 year and 10 months. He was at TRT World before this. Oh, no, he's Turkish. That's why. Wait, no, he's white. He's not Turkish. So Gavin Blackburn says that this is the most serious crisis in NATO's history since it was founded. No, the Pershing 2 deployment in 1982 was the most serious crisis in NATO. Reagan had to force the Pershing 2s down the throats of the leftists in Germany in order to protect Europe. And that's what helped break the Soviet Union's back. So these idiots that don't know history, it's hilarious. The most serious. The issue over Greenland is a joke. It's not even real. The Europeans are making something out of it. It's not. And Trump is having fun with it. Bavarian so-called comedian Max Schaffroth attempted to run the Stars and Stripes up a flagpole near the cultural center in Nuuk before he was confronted by angry passers-by. When questioned, he claimed to be a U.S. official before leaving to disapproving looks from locals, according to a journalist. He was reported to police, fined, according to local media. Ararak Olsen, mayor of Kommunegarvik Somers district, which includes the capital, is outraged. Raising a flag at our capital cultural center, the flag of a military superpower that for weeks has been applying military force against our country, is not a joke. It's not funny. It's immensely harmful. Yeah, well, you're adding to the stress of an already vulnerable population, so pause before you film. Think before you stage something funny. Consider whether your next question is a stunt will inform the world or simply make a child cry or family feel less safe in their own country. He's known in Germany for his involvement with the satirical program Extra Drei, broadcast by the regional channel NDR, Norddeutscher Rundfunk, and attracted more than 1 million stupid viewers. In a statement to Germany's Der Spiegel, the channel expressed its regrets over the incident. Well, fire him for being an idiot. Stupid people should wear signs. They really should. Stupid people should wear signs. No, Natal did not get its name from the British. It was named by the Portuguese, who cited it on Christmas Day, hence the term Natal. There's also a Natal in Brazil, named by the Portuguese in 15-something. Johan, I'm teaching lots of South African history. We're teaching the leftist black supremacist here history, who claims I am not qualified to talk about South African history, doesn't know his butt from a hole in the ground. Yeah, he got what he wanted, attention. Yep, we're stupid people. So I will go to Greenland, but not today, not till later in the year. Let me look at the average temperature in June. Greenland. Average temperature by month. Let's take a look. Okay, April. All right, so June, it's 8 degrees the high. July is the hottest month for 8 days. Oh, they get rain for 8 days. 8 degrees. It's never very warm there. I used to read Der Spiegel. Yep. Don't anymore. Yep. Talking leftists and their mental disorders. Now there's now a disorder called narcissistic immunity. Partly means they're out of touch with reality to the point of surprise when consequences happen. Yeah, I like that. It's a good description. Right. Any idiot knew Trump was never going to invade Greenland. Now, they've learned nothing from Trump's negotiating skills. Owning almost 3 million hectares, 2.9 million, in a land and feudal system must be awesome. Yep, he gets a salary and gets paid by taxpayers and now wants to be racist and eliminate the proper name of the province. Yep. That's what's going on there. Yeah, I haven't. Is news pod on right now? Yes, no, the Danes colonized and have abused. Professor G's video is becoming quite controversial. His latest one, South Africa is doomed. I'm not treading in those waters. Why is Newspod not showing up on my feed? Not showing up. Let me try looking for it. There's Newspod. Let's see. See, that's more shadow banning. He's live right now. Yeah, with John Steenhuisen.
Dis nou Doeke in Roystenweg, Pietermaritzburg.
So I guess he's already had Steenhuisen on. You go back a bit and see. When does he have Steenhuisen on? He hasn't been on yet. He hasn't come on yet. I guess we'll wait and see. Yeah, he's become extreme clickbait. Some people said, when talks about rare earth elementals, I learned today there is only one source in the world for 90% quartz silicon used for chips, one mine in America. Exactly. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about that, do they? Yep. Yeah, I try to avoid clickbait titles. There's a title generator which gives you a value for, what using AI to determine what's going to be searchable to help promote your videos. And it frequently wants to say shocking, 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 shocking. And I'm like, no, it's not all shocking. So, yeah, anyway. Yep. almost certainly not concerned for the Greenlanders, but no, they're not concerned about the Greenlanders at all, Keith. They don't care about Greenland. No, this is just arrogance. Denmark is a colonial power over Greenland, and they were forced into granting self-autonomy. Yep. Oh, I like this news pod. He's got this nice globe spinning around. That's pretty cool. Jij luistert naar Isaac Duplessis. You're listening to Isaac Duplessis. Stroom op, slegs op nieuwspod. What has Isaac done? His channel looks a lot, I mean, it's much crisper. Did he get a better camera or something? He looks a lot better. Isaac is looking a lot better, man. He's got a Newspod teddy bear. I'm getting envious, man. Isaac's got a Newspod teddy bear. This is pretty cool. Check it out.
Dis amper alweer Kersfees.
Look at that. That's clear, man.
Hey.
He's got a teddy bear. I don't have a Indaba Africa teddy bear.
Mens kan dit nie dink nie.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you're thinking. You tell me. Anyway, I don't see Steenhuisen. Oh, who here has been to the Faroe Islands? Anybody ever been to the Faroe Islands? I have. I love the Faroe Islands. I've been to the Faroe Islands. I've been to Iceland. I've never been to Greenland. I always wanted to go to Greenland, but I've not had a chance. That's more difficult than going to Iceland or Faroe Islands. Both are more developed. So let me go here, and I'm going to switch to, come on, this is what I want. I want photos. Okay, I want to switch to other account. Come on. To that one. Okay. April 2004 is when I went to the Faroe Islands. Yeah. Let me show you some pictures from that. You guys ready for some Faroe Islands pictures? No. The interview nothing is live on Isaac. He's recorded all this. I can't. That's awkward for me. I can't do that. So Faroe Islands. There's some really cool images here from Faroe Islands. 21 years ago I was there. Wow. Damn, I was sexy. Yeah. We met you in your tulips. Huh? Don't understand what that means. My tulips. It's on your screensaver, Garrett. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see how this works. Got a slideshow here. It looks pretty cool. I'll play that. Yeah, this will be fun. My tulips. I love tulips. Unfortunately, they're just such a short period of time. My tulips are coming. I need to get some new bulbs. Yep. It was amazing. It's like being in Middle Earth. Oh, tulips in my backdrop. Oh, I have a famous picture of myself lying down at Florade in the Netherlands back in 1992 in front of tulips spread out all around me there. There's lots of different colors. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys this in a second. It's pretty cool. Give me a second. I'm just making sure that it's got what I'm looking for there. So, Faroe Islands only, what, 40-some thousand, close to 50,000 population. 55,000 are saying now. Well, it's Faroe Islands, yep. Tórshavn is the capital, yep. Yep, it's 54,000 people now. So, okay. All right, so you guys ready for this? I'm going to show you this now. Yeah, the tulip, that crashed the market back a few centuries ago. It's a craze for something that had no value. All right, here we go. Play highlights. Here you go. Oops, that's not what I want. Why is it playing? Okay. Shoot, I thought it was done. We got to go back to the beginning. Come on, go back to the beginning. Okay, here we go. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, it keeps going back to the very first one. I have to reload the page maybe. It goes back to the last picture. I don't want that. Okay, play highlights. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. All right, Faroe Islands, 2004, April 8th. That's Tórshavn, the capital of the Faroes. Here we go. It's an ancient continent that's left in the North Atlantic. It's a Danish possession. They speak Faroese, which is closer to Old Norse than is the Danish. There's our salmon pens out there. Pretty amazing. That was one of the great trips I've done in my life. Love to go back. It's been a while. That's the place I had the worst rental car in my life. I got it through Avis, and it was a crappy used car. I barely got through the country. I had a wonderful meal there. Didn't understand a word anybody was saying. My hotel was just down the end of that dock on the left-hand side. That's the Parliament there. You see their flag. Took the ferry. Look how imposing that stuff is, man. Wow. You can see how it's been eaten away, the continent by the ocean over the millennia. Goats. Actually, sheep. There's the Parliament there. Those buildings. Hotel Hafnia, that's where I stayed at. Yep. There you go. How cool is that? How cool is that? That's pretty cool, huh? There are no pyramids in the Faroe Islands. Nope. That's not Hawaii, Dogzilla. That's the Faroe Islands. Wrong direction, dude. You're going west. That's east. Yep. Faroe Islands, 2004. It's been 21 years. I can't believe that. Oh, it was very lovely, very peaceful, and very few immigrants. Yep. We used to have Air Force there. Air Force was based in the Faroe Islands. Yep. Had a listening station there and a communications center. Yep. Long time ago. I don't know what traditional foods they have. A lot of fish. I know that. LBR, welcome to you. So Faroe Islands. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let me see. Here's the Cape Town Sevens. Let's see. I'm trying to see what's in this folder. Okay. I took a lot of pictures. Let me play the highlights and see how many are playing in there. Live in Seattle. I'm nearby now. Oh, it's playing a video. That's cool. Is there a sound to it? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I'll play the sound next time. That's cool. Yeah, Seattle's a beautiful place to look at. Quids is saying goodbye. Quids, okay, bye. When did you say hi? You just said okay, bye. I don't see any comments from you. Did you have a question or something? That's odd. Okay, Quids, bye. Okay, so, all right, you've been warned. Told people not to do that. Remove the comment. Back to this. People being silly, they can't help themselves. Boy, this was beautiful, the way they had set up for the Sevens tournament, but the audiences weren't that big. Yeah, not bad for this time of day. It's a shame. South Africa's wasted on the ANC and racist. It really is. Such a beautiful place. Such amazing people. Really wasted on racist. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to show you this. Okay. So, one more. September 2022. Okay, let's reload that page. Okay, all right, here we go. Cape Town Sevens. So, World Cup. It's Kenya and Wales. The pitch was beautiful. It didn't last, though. Men and women were there. It was the Sevens World Cup. Ireland versus Brazil in this game, women. There's Spain. And I think England. Hey folks, Chris here with Rugby Ascendant at the DHL Green Boys 8 in Canada coming back here. Second half, beautiful try! Try Canada! Canada was up 5-0 and France came back 19-5 and turned it around now. Yep. Argentina and Kenya. That's a beautiful shot there of the entrance. And you can see Signal Hill, Table Mountain. That's from the Victoria and Alfred waterfront there. Got the Sevens jersey on. That guy in the back looks familiar. I think I've seen him before. Over my shoulder there. Here's the Blitz book there. And a bigger crowd there, and that's at night. In the Victoria and Alfred waterfront. Pretty cool, huh? Sally's late. You are late. What's going on? So, if anybody wants to see Hendo, are you here, Hendo? I'm going to embarrass Hendo. I'm going to embarrass Hendo. You ready for this? You guys ready? This is when we met in person. You ready? Is Hendo still here? He was here. He might be sleeping now. This is when I went to meet Hendo. There's Hendo. There's Hendo, man. Sexy dude. Hendo is a sexy dude, man. What a great human being. So Hendo got a little bit of bling that day. That was my hire. That was a nice car. Check it out. They really took care of me that time. Look, W.H. Smith. They don't exist anymore, at least except at airports. Yep. Hendo. He got some bling that day. That was fun. Yeah, Hendo's awesome, man. You got Don't Be Sheep. All right, folks, here we are in Bournemouth, and there's Hendo, and look at the merch you got. You got Don't Be Sheeple sweatshirt. There you go. Nice. Don't Be Sweeple. There's a hoodie. Oh, you got the Common Sense Conservative polo, and I picked them up a Pennsylvania T-shirt there with 1787. So there's Hendo, all decked out in merch. He looks like he's selling it.
Yes, I'm on the street corner from for the top, 50 quid. Can you take us? Don't mind them, keep them, would be wearing this.
So Hendo became a street hawker.
I'm going to take the photo and put it in the mod group, the WhatsApp mod group.
There you go, folks. There's Hendo. Cheers.
Bye, donkey.
You're welcome. All right, folks, here we are in... It was fun. Yeah, that's when I got to meet Hendo first time. It was May 2022. Wow, it's almost 4 years ago. I hope he's okay. I hope it's nothing serious, a work accident. No, nobody has tickets yet. None of the tickets for the Springboks tour this year are on sale yet. The ones for South Africa and for Baltimore are all in the same pre-registration. I've already pre-registered for tickets, but getting tickets is not going to be easy. I'll probably be able to get tickets because I'm not connected to anybody. There'll be crappy tickets and I have to pay a fortune for it, but I'll do that. Yeah, no, my plan is to go to the game in Baltimore. Yep, I have family down there, so I'll give me an excuse to visit my aunt. Yep. Rubio revoked the visa of all Iranian officials and family members. Whoa, what's that? Okay, well, let's see what happens. Do we even have an Iranian embassy? All right, 21 minutes ago. It's not being reported by major news networks yet. Secretary of State Marco Rubio revokes U.S. entry privileges for senior Iranian officials, their families citing human rights abuses. As people in Iran continue to fight for their basic rights, Rubio took action this week to revoke the privilege of Iranian senior officials and their family members to be in the United States. Wow. So let's go to that. It's on X. Just happened. Thank you for the heads up on that. Well, it was this afternoon, so why hasn't it been posted already? Wow. So that was hours ago. It wasn't just the last few minutes. Thank you for that, Sloth Puppy. I didn't see that. That wasn't in the news. Yeah, they did murder thousands of civilians, yep. Garrett, I don't know where Brent Bozzell is. I suspect he's already in South Africa and there's no fanfare being made about it, but there's an effort to prevent him. Hey, Malcolm, what's going on? How you doing? There's an OG, Malcolm. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I assume he's there. Yep. Yep. So that's not news. It's from earlier, so interesting. But anyway. So, folks, tomorrow the news will be late, or today, Friday, the news will be late. I have the media in South Africa suddenly want to interview some of my past guests from the refugee crowd because they're waking up to the fact that it's not white farmers. So I offered, because the refugees were reticent to talk to the media and give their phone numbers away, so I offered to host a Zoom session. So I've got 2 Zoom sessions, interviews with 2 media outlets tomorrow, Rapport and another site in South Africa. So I was going to be in Texas, so it wouldn't have been a problem. I would have done them there in Texas, but now I'm here, so it's the wrong time for me, so I'll have to do it at a different hour. So tomorrow the news, or today, Friday, the news will be at noon instead of 11 a.m., so it's going to be 7 p.m. So I apologize for that, but I really can't help it. It's what I get for helping people, so... Okay. All right, so the South African family that was stranded in Newark has arrived to their location in Ohio, in the Midwest, and they're okay. And they've already sent me pictures of the place they're in, which looks nice. Okay. I'm probably knackered and sleeping now, but they do have Wi-Fi apparently, because when he didn't have Wi-Fi, he wasn't getting a signal. So he's got 2 ticks. So I left him a note. And I can't show the pictures yet because I don't have his permission. But I can see takeaways. They got them takeaways when they arrive so they could eat. And the kitchen's full of stuff. I can see paper towels and toilet paper and a box full of stuff and dish towels and lovely. And I see it looks like a queen-size bed and a lovely bedroom. Yeah. So we'll we'll show you that. Okay. By the way, the family that just arrived in Rochester got a very different welcome. My trip to Rochester has paid off, it appears, at least in the short term for some folks. Let me go find what happened here to this family. So hang on a second. They wrote to me earlier. Where the heck's it at? There it is. Okay. Received in a friendly, professional manner. Were brought home and they spent some time with us. Then we were left to sleep. We were seriously jet lagged. Yesterday, our caseworker came again, explained everything and how it's going to work. Friendly, also explained how the benefits work and how she's going to help us. Everything might not happen in a week, but we're assured we'll be taken care of. We're also especially so blessed by the volunteers I know from Texas. Even a pastor came and brought some things. We were really, really blessed yesterday with more than we could ever ask for. So far, experience through the agency and community has been really great. We know others do not have this, and it breaks my heart, but I'm so grateful that you came to fight for us because I don't think it would have been this good without your intervention. We really do appreciate what you did. She explained where we could find the closest market and what times would be the best to go and helped us download an app for the bus. We're very grateful for what we got and we came here. Yes, it wasn't brand new and princess treatment, but that's not why we came here. But all I can say is we are so grateful, and I know not everyone had this, and it's really sad, but I do think things will be different from now on with the new refugees coming. Also explained we're part of a new program that allows them to be able to do more, like both me and my husband were given phones and U.S. numbers, and even explained how that works and how the finance thing works. So yes, we don't have much cash, but we know where the money went. We do understand that and agree to it because we want housing and the help we need to get on our feet, and it all comes out of the amount they receive for us. That's true. It's really not a lot of money, especially when the housing transport are taken out. But, so yes, the pocket money we received is really little, but we do have what we need. And we came over with absolutely nothing, yet our agency and the support group from the Afrikaners, we have everything we need right now. Very happy to be here. Cool. We went out for our Social Security number today. Everything went smoothly. Soon we'll be able to work. Kids are sorted with school already. Thank you again for everything you do. We are basically settling nicely here. We have a great home. We received some great winter clothes and school supplies. Yep. So I said, so you're in Rochester with Church World Services. I'm very glad I made the trip. I lit a fire under their bums. And the response is, yes, you did. We can't thank you enough. Really received a lot more than we thought we would with the help we were getting. A lot of blessings came from the ladies, the South Africans who help. Yeah, they're doing their part with us, and we know why, and forever grateful. So there you go. There you go. That's all I ever wanted. My goal is not to embarrass anyone, but we are paying these refugee assistance agencies money to do a job, and they need to do it. Yep. Yeah, stranded Newark is not something you want to hear. Well, that's why I intervene. I mean, okay, see, the thing is that a lot of people have never traveled. They don't get it. People don't get the little things. So when you come here, this isn't directed to refugees, but you come here, you don't have a U.S. SIM card. You have a South African SIM card. You have credit on it. But you can't put more credit on it. You have what credit's on there. And you might need that for something. So first off, if you make a phone call from there, you're going to pay a fortune because it's going to be billed from your South African account making a phone call in the U.S. to the U.S. number. It's going to cost you a fortune, a few dollars a minute. And your credit's going to go like that. So they had a WhatsApp on their phone. He went on the Wi-Fi. My first question to him was, are you on Wi-Fi at the airport? Before I even called him, I sent him a text, are you on Wi-Fi at the airport? He said, yes. So then I did a video call with him. And he explained to me what's going on. It was hard to hear in the terminal. He kept putting the phone up next to his ear, but I could see it. So we got it all across. But most people won't think to do that. I think to do that because I know what it's like to travel like that, to go abroad. You need to have those considerations. So we took care of that. Next, when I was finally able to get a hold of his agent by calling that agency and getting her extension, which wasn't easy to do, and then leaving a message on her office number, then calling her mobile number, she was angry, not at me and not at the refugees, but when I talked to her, she said, well, I sent my cell phone number. They should have got my cell phone number, probably, but it was never communicated from her end, not from her, but from her end through to USCIS or Homeland Security to them. All they had was a phone number to the office, which just takes you to a switchboard and has a complicated machine, and it doesn't work properly so you never would have reached her. So, and they would have used all their airtime up trying to make the phone call, and they would have been destitute sitting there at the airport, and they would have been frustrated. So, and then of course, she doesn't realize that even if they have her phone number, they don't have a U.S. phone. And if they try to make a phone call, and if they called her like I did, they would have gotten an answering machine and they had to wait for a minute and then left a voice note, and they would have used most of their credit up, and they still wouldn't have reached her. So I was able to intervene by asking him if he was on Wi-Fi so I wouldn't use his credit, called him on WhatsApp. Then I got the number. Then I called that organization. I made the phone calls because it cost me nothing and did the legwork. Then she called me back, fortunately, And I explained to her what's going on so she didn't have to sit around at the airport waiting hours for them. And then in the meantime, I gave her their number so she could call them directly because they can receive a call on WhatsApp and it costs them nothing. So she's on WhatsApp. So we solved the problem. Most people don't get that. They wouldn't do that. So it's not rocket science, but most people don't have the experience. I came back to find out if you were able to get any feedback on our behalf as you mailed me and said you have got feedback. I didn't say I got feedback. I said I sent someone a note, Quids. If I told you I got feedback on your case, then maybe I wrote to the wrong person. Maybe I'm answering too many emails simultaneously. What do you mean you came back? You came back in chat or you came back to the channel? Or you only watched? I'm confused. I don't understand. All right, so I'm a little confused by some of the chat coming in here. Again, let me be very clear. I don't usually hear back from any officials that I reach out to and send messages to and ask them to look into cases. But I typically find out that if I'm successful, which has happened on occasion, then I know that people left because they let me know. And there's a change, something happens. So, yeah, I'm not going to necessarily know that they've done something for you. Hedno's not a woman. Where did you get that idea from? He's all man, baby. Yes, the IRCG have now been designated by the European Union as a terror group. They've already been designated as a terror group by the United States for some time. But the ANC hosts them. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy ship was in the exercise. Designated terrorist group. Just Other Girl says, good to see people thankful for the time and effort you put in. Well, I'm glad. I wish I hadn't had to drive 5 hours up there, but I enjoyed meeting with the South Africans, and the snow was lovely. I enjoyed that. Yep. We have WhatsApp over here, Pistons. Plenty of people use WhatsApp here. It's just not as big a thing. It's not everybody uses WhatsApp, but lots of people use WhatsApp in the U.S., particularly anybody does anything international. So, which was ironic because WhatsApp belongs to Facebook. So, you'd think that everybody would use it. Well, the odds are there'll be more than 2,000. I don't know the exact number. I'm just doing, guesstimates here. I know that on January 6th, so January 6th through January 29th, so that's with 25 days. Let's go 25 days. 25 days, an average, if it's 100 a day, then that's 2,500 that would have come in January. But it wasn't 100 every day. It was less than 100 for a few days after the year started. But then it picked up and it's been 117, 120 every day since then. So who knows? Who knows how many came over? We'll find out soon enough, and we'll know where they went. Oh, I can tell you they went to Michigan, they went to Virginia, they went to Maine, they went to North Carolina, they went to Texas, they went to California, they went to Florida, they went to Missouri, to Oklahoma, to Oregon. I can tell you all those places people have gone this month. Yep. Loretta says, you have a heart of gold. Thanks for everything you do. Yeah, and for that I get attacked by scumbags all the time. But thank you. I try to have a heart of gold. But apparently I'm making money off refugees. Remember that? Yes. And I have some ulterior motive. Yeah. I love to see these ulterior motives. Been doing this for 6 years. What's the ulterior motive? Can somebody please point out the ulterior motive here? Yep. Well, a lot of people still use Facebook chat. I don't. Yep. I don't know. BlackBerry Messenger used to be the thing, but that's dead. So I don't know. I don't know what people are doing. Text messaging, I guess. Yes, I saw it. 500,000 illegals are going to get. They're going to give status to. They're stupid. They're dumb. That's what Reagan did. Oh wait. Reagan's white. Am I criticizing Reagan? Yes, I'm criticizing Reagan. Reagan was stupid in granting amnesty to 3 million criminal alien invaders of this country. Look what it got us. 40 million more over the last 4 decades. No, Reagan was stupid. They should never have given amnesty to those scumbags. No. Instagram is big too. A lot of people message on Instagram. That's correct. That's also owned by Facebook. You're welcome, Annie. I think Hendo took a nap. He's tired. I don't blame him. I was knackered earlier after everything I did today. Okay, let me go check my mail because I did earlier. I spent 2 hours. Oh, I forgot to mention I spent 2 hours answering emails earlier too. Another thing I get nothing for. I mean, I have no obligation to do that, but here I am doing it every day. Okay. So someone wrote to me that they did a second application for intake question. The U.S. Embassy website doesn't do that. Their response was a U.S. Congresswoman gave them the impression they should do that. Well, I wouldn't listen to Congresswomen or Congressmen. Huh. Got somebody trying to recruit people to go to North Dakota. And they're reaching out to me. Huh. Let's see what else you got here. I see that people, black supremacists and racists, are attacking Chris Ehlers. That's uncalled for. Huh. All right, so now I've got someone writing to me who completed their did their interview on November 29th, and they're freaking out. I'm sorry, this is one of the things I said I'm going to start ignoring. November 29th, so you had 15 days to December 15th, and then you've had 24 days since then. You haven't even had 6 weeks since you did that. Calm down. Calm down. My goodness. We've covered this. It is a crime. It's not a civil thing. It's a crime. What did Sally say that people are thanking her for? Where are my moderators? We got a troll here. When was this? 11:44. Maybe my moderator got it. They blocked me. They think they're clever. Moderators, there's a message from PSA Clerk for Justice. Please delete that. I think they're clever. Trolls are showing up left and right in here. Where are the mods? All right, they got it. Thank you. Block that person. Just block him from the channel. Just block him from the channel. Pathetic losers. Coffee and a bagel. Stefan Miller, thank you for the $10 Canadian. I didn't see that. Thank you. Whereabouts in Canada, man? Give a code word in your live broadcast instead of filter email. Then you can filter the emails. No, that's not going to help. Are there many folk who haven't had first contact yet? I have no idea, Debbie. I have no idea. Lots of people make lots of claims. It doesn't make it true. Thank you, Mad Max. Thank you. No, they thought they were clever by blocking my username from seeing it, which is stupid. YouTube needs to fix that. That's why we have moderators. Riff's Hard 70 Rand. So I've got 40 moderators, you know. They don't know who all the moderators are, so you can just block those idiots. They thought they were clever by going in and blocking so I couldn't see their chat. But what they don't realize is I see all the chat in the studio because the studio is not account dependent. The software lets you see every chat that comes in, so it didn't show up over here in my studio, which is stupid from YouTube. YouTube needs to fix that. So anyway, so thank you for getting rid of them. Yep, thank you. Yep. No, I don't know how many people have been contacted. As far as I know, pretty much everybody has. You emailed me on the 26th. That was 3 days ago, Martin. Okay. I don't have anything from anyone named Martin Fundameva. So, you may have emailed me, but not under that name. Nope, I don't have anything under that name. So, nothing under anyone with that name. So, if you've got an alias you're using to sign in here, you need to send me a message in the title to tell me what your username is so I can find that. Halifax. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not for you. So you now live in Canada. Halifax is nice, Stefan. I like it. I don't know how the job market is, but it's beautiful up there. Yep. Snow. Email me. Okay. Snow. Okay, Snow. You've identified who you are. I can find Snow. No, that's not you. That's someone else. No, I don't know who Snow is. That's, again, I have 4,862 email messages in my account, in that account. 4,862 unread messages. I go through hundreds of messages a day. You don't tell me what your username is in the title, I can't help you. You guys are telling me you sent me messages. Maybe you did. I don't know. I can't guess. I don't have telekinesis. Resettlement process well on its way and started. Appreciate your guidance. Okay, I don't know what that means, Fun Blair. Does that mean you're in the States? New PC, my old one was too old, but now set it up. It's not funny with the new technology. Like, you need a degree to set up. Yeah. Hanno Lombard, welcome to you. Oh, Ingrid, that happens all the time. The trolls do that. They think they're clever, but that's why we have moderators. We learned that lesson a long time ago, before it ever happened, actually. Yep. No, they block it so you can't see the chat, but they don't realize I can still see the chat. The problem is I couldn't get to it over here and do anything about it. Yep. Mad Max, I've been using Gemini, but I'm not happy with it. It briefly went from the stupid portrait to landscape, and I thought about subscribing it so I can make videos to put to my music, and then it went back. They kept updating now they use the banana generator, and what you sent me is pretty cool, but I'm going to have to sit down when I have time. I haven't had time, but I've been using Gemini. I just don't use it very often because it won't do landscape. It does better images, but it also won't let you use real people. I mean, I could not have possibly done that cartoon character with John Steinheisen in Gemini because it's so sensitive. Nolene sent me an email with news just now. Okay, well, all right. Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. All right. Cool. Thank you, Nolene. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, and I saw your email. Yep. Okay, Francois Dutas is making a statement, and what is your source? 250 apply per day, and there have been 15,000 families that applied on the November questionnaire. And where is your source, Francois? Yeah, there's. I'm not sure what the law says. Future looks bright. Yeah, but the U.S., Canada, Mexico trade agreement does allow for certain things. Lots of Canadians work here. Debbie Fox is back. Mad Max had visitors check last WhatsApp message. Okay, thank you, Mad Max. Thank you, Debbie. Your standard 350 Rand. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so what's your source there, Francois? I will be doing rugby on Saturday. That's correct. There's 2 games, so I only have 2 games to do, 7:30 and 10 o'clock my time. And we've got the Lions and Bulls and the Sharks and Stormers. I'm picking the Stormers and the Lions to win those games. We'll see how it goes. No allies. I have no idea what no allies means. Is that the username? Okay. Okay, let me go look. No allies. No, nothing shows up there. I don't know what's... There's no results for no allies. I don't know what that is. Okay, Nolene, thank you. Remind me when you get here. I'll take you up on that. Yep. Next weekend is the Six Nations begins. I'm going to try to do the France and Ireland game. I'll be in Texas for that. So, okay, but it'll be off my mobile, so it's not going to be standard because I won't have my two screens in front of me. Last two comments from Snow. I saw a comment from Snow. Email from... Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, you didn't have to give it away there. Just send me another email and tell me. You guys don't listen, man. The last message I have from someone with that name was on December 30th. Oh, no. Why is... Okay, this is a stupid search option. You did send me a message 8 hours ago. Okay, well, you tell me expires soon. You don't tell me the date it was issued on. You also don't give me your case number. Look, I don't mean to berate people, but I mean, I don't know how many times I have to tell people that when you send me emails, you don't give me a case number and the name of who's the primary applicant on there, there's not much I can do. Also, when you give me convoluted, you didn't give me a convoluted story, but people give me convoluted stories all the time. I mean, how in the world? I mean, you know how many Celia Brinks there are? Do you know how many Johan Dutoys there are? Do you know how many, guys, you got to give information. I mean, you expect me to just magically push a button? I don't work for the government. I don't have access to these databases. All I'm doing is pestering U.S. government officials to do their damn job. And I'm sure I'm not very popular for it, but I've been pretty effective so far. But I can't be effective if I don't have information. Part of this is you're freaking out instead of calming down, you know? So, all right. Well, you got to send me Christian, colored, and work with black and Muslim legal professionals and flabbergasted by the level of brainwash these people are suffering. Yeah, Annie, I'm with you 100%. They actually believe the garbage that they spew. Did you see the troll earlier? I'm not qualified to speak about the history of the Zulu. Really? Who makes him an expert on the Zulu? What? Because he's black? I'm white. Does that make me an expert on the Vatican? No. I'm white. Does that make me an expert on Russia? No. But I know a hell of a lot about Russia. He's just flabbergasted by the audacity and stupidity of some people. Foolishness either slander you, think they can take you on, plain rudeness. No, Ingrid, it happens every day. It's comical. Also, the users. So many people are users. They don't give a crap about they don't give a crap about me surrendering my life to help them. They don't give a crap about, the least they could do is watch my program or subscribe to it. No, they just send me emails to my personal account. Oh, I watch your show all the time. Can you tell me, do I have to do the intake questionnaire? Obviously, you don't watch my show. Stop wasting my time. Or people you bend over backwards, like the lady who was supposed to be a 59ers and didn't have a passport and got left behind and then cried and whined, oh, I'm stuck here, and kept sending me emails. And I burned a bridge. I had a contact, which now I can't use. And I burned a bridge. I said, can someone check in on this? This person was supposed to go. They have passports now. You're not answering the messages. No one followed up with them. Now they have no place to stay. They're running out of money. And also, I believe that person embellished the whole story. They embellished the whole story. And so I engaged, and I know for a fact that person got out because of my intervention. So they saved some of their money, got to come to America, went to a state in the Midwest, and then started making videos. Oh, look, we're in America. It's so lovely here. We're walking. We're going to Walmart. And then people are like, hey, did you hear about this refugee up here in the Midwest? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? And I went there, and I looked, and I'm like, isn't that the person that I was helping? Come to find out, they've been in America for 3 weeks, never even had the freaking courtesy to tell me that they got out of the country. After I burned a bridge for them. That's selfish, self-absorbed, and arrogant. No, people are just shits. They really are. So many people are shits. They lie, they scheme. They don't give a shit about anybody. They don't give a shit about me wasting my life taking care of their needs, as long as they get what they want. And so you got those people. You got the people that are liars and verraaiers and leugners and betrugners. Now, the world is full of shitty people. There just is. But that doesn't stop me from trying to help people. No. Yep. Empty vessels make the most noise. Yep. The irony is that whilst Colonel Wyatt is more qualified to talk African, most Africans are not. Number of times I've had to rectify a correct educated fellow citizen. Yep. The Zulu archives in the 1500s. Yeah. Yeah, there are no Zulu archives in the 1500s. Yep. No, Loretta. I mean, people watching my show tonight, 99.99% of you actually do give a crap. You're good people. But, I mean, there's so many people that are just users. They just want what they want, and they screw off. They take off, you know. People kept pestering me to get Thea back on the program, but Thea has to deal with that mess that scumbag has been fomenting against her in South Africa, and that's a legal situation. So Thea's not available to come back on, but she has stayed in touch, and she's never disappeared. Yeah, I do have a lot. Thank you, Loretta. You still haven't sent me an email, Loretta, to try and look in yours. Could you please send me a ticket to Hawaii? It's cold in Utah. Oh, Jules, are you serious? Utah is heaven on earth. Just tell the Mormons no, and you're good to go. Unless you want to become an LDS member, then tell them yes. Well, yeah, Kathy, the appointment is making its way through the Senate. It hasn't gotten to committee yet for the Viceroy of Greenland. It's kind of a catch on it. We have to wait until we actually acquire Greenland before the president can appoint me to the position. So, I mean, he could appoint me as a Viceroy in waiting, So, anyway. Chisiki loves me losing my crap on those people. Can I ask that you look at my case? Cindy, send me the situation details. I can promise nothing. But, I mean, worst case you do is you send me an email. What's that cost you? A few minutes of your time. But please tell me the whole situation. Tell me your case number. Tell me the primary person on the case, okay? Tell me when you were interviewed. Tell me what's going on. Were you one of the people that had a ticket in late September, early October, and it got canceled? Did you have a ticket again and it got canceled? Tell me details like that. I don't need to hear that in 1986 my brother was beaten up by a bunch of black thugs. In 1991 I was assaulted with a car. I don't need to hear all that. That doesn't help me. I'm not adjudicating your case. So Dogzilla is trolling, and so he's getting a timeout. No, I won't give him a timeout. I'll just delete that. Yeah, so anyway. That's the third time I had to delete your comment tonight there, Dogzilla. I've been very generous. I haven't blocked you on the channel, and I haven't given you a timeout tonight. So you just don't get the message. I don't know what your personal problem is. Thank you. A one-way ticket to heaven, Chris, saying, I'm sorry on behalf of those idiots. Doesn't cut it, but I'm truly sorry. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, he's off his meds, Fred. He's off his meds. It's a ponytail. It's a ponytail. He takes medication, and the hair sucks it all out into the ponytail. He's all proud of his ponytail. That just told me a whole lot. A man with a ponytail? Sorry. That told me an awful lot. Except for what's said in an interview, what are you not allowed to share? What do you mean, Francis? About what? Okay, resent the email. Okay. Wow. Okay, thank you for that. Now I know who you're talking about. Okay. All right. That's not the same person I was looking at earlier. It's a different person. And you did put it in the subject line. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's two people with almost the same. All right, cool. Pistons will watching the change back original. I've been watching you when you had the old channel. Wow, that's a long time, Pistons. I don't know who that is. The old name I probably know. Yeah, 6 years. 6 years, wow. This month, February, 6 years since I started this. Leslie says, kindly supply your email address. No. One of my mods will do that. It's a highlighter. There's nothing to chew here. I'm not chewing, I just put it in my mouth. I have a lot of patience for Dogzilla. He has more yellow and red cards than anyone, never gets suspended. Oh, no, he's been suspended. No, he's been given timeouts before. He's been given timeouts. Sally just put it up. Yep, stop trying to figure out the process. Now, people who have expired medicals have a legitimate concern. If you're within 1 month of your medicals expiring, it's a time to be a little bit concerned. Yep. No, I've timed him out more than twice. Yep. I blocked him for 24 hours once because he's being stupid. So he's trying to play all innocent. He's asking how many people will go to the meet and greet. Well, we don't know. There's not a sign-up list, and I don't really care. How many times have I said if one person shows up, great. If nobody shows up, then I'll enjoy my time in Texas. Although this time I won't enjoy the hockey game because not going to happen. Yeah, no, a pipe would work. Yeah, but let me just check and see if my ticket's sold. I don't think it has. Let me go to Ticket Shyster and see what's going on there. Okay. Okay. My listings. No, it looks like it hasn't sold. Nope, still there. Please contact your bank to resolve an issue with your payout. Okay. They tell me that I need my taxpayer identification, which is total crap. They don't need that. Such nonsense. Anyway, Ticket Shyster. So, anyway. I have no idea how much support you provide to refugees. It's not germane. You're trying to troll about my meet and greet. No, Snow, okay, are there two Snows here? I just said I read your email. I mean, where are you guys at? Are you like an hour behind in the chat? I just said I read the email. That's also frustrating. People are watching this show way behind. I already read it. I just talked about this. I read your email. Stefan, I'm not going to get involved in that conversation. I'm not going to. So, no. What's my stance? I don't have a stance. I don't have a stance on people that mean nothing to me. Yep. So, yeah. Race grifter. Isn't that funny? How am I a race grifter? By promoting black people and promoting colored people and promoting white people. How's that a race grifter? Yeah, no, hateful people are just sad. So, so let's go to this. Okay. Yeah, so race grifter, really? A race grifter. So why am I spending my time doing this? Why am I spending my time doing this? Take a look at the Basutu. Hello, folks. Join me as we take a look at the Basutu Cultural Village. A visit to the Basutu Cultural Village at the foot of the Drakensberg Mountains in the Free State will give the visitor an insight into the lifestyle of the South Sutu peoples from the 16th century to the present day. The Basutu Cultural Village lies along the R7112 from Harrismith in the eastern side of the Golden Gate National Park, or from Clarence traveling through the park. The tour begins at the Katloa under the expert guidance of a tour guide. In my case, his name was Twice. A visitor cannot enter the chief's village and explore the way of life of his people without first receiving the chief's permission. Now, the chief is a generous host, and he'll offer you a sip of Sutu beer as a token of hospitality, and you may engage in a traditional game of Maraba Raba. At the Ngaka, the chief's bone thrower, a throw of the bones will give the visitor a peep into their future. At the dwellings of the first and second wives, visitors enjoy some mototo and dipapi. The interesting utensils and colorful decorations are discussed and explained here. Join us now for a tour of the Basutu Cultural Village, dedicated back in October 1994, with our guide, Twice. Thank you for listening.
The clothes of our girls from any age. This is our skirt for the girls. It's made from the plants. It's one of the bottle bloom. So our parents, they normally took 1 year to 2 years or 3 years to make one skirt. It's a hard work to make this. It was one of the important skirts for the girls because when they sit on the ground, all the strings will be covering the brightest parts of the girl. So Our clothes can tell the age and status of a person. So, meeting the girl wearing this kind of skirt, you know that she's underage. But after the age of 15 to 16, we send in your head. So that's why we have a tradition. So even though now we are not allowed to use it now, we're going to enter the place for the midwife. It's around the 1800s. As you can see, the shapes of our houses now. We start having square shape. We start having...
My question is, race grifter, what? Am I a black supremacist promoting black people? You see, these people are just morons. They're just slanderous morons. And by the way, that person you talk about is in very dangerous ground. I have 3 attorneys who have already offered to take a pro bono case up to charge that person with criminal injuria and defamation of character. So, you know, she can keep it up at her peril. The data keeps piling up, and a judgment against her will be very unpleasant for her.
It's the moment when we start even having our first traditional blankets. Forgetting about the skins, wearing the modernized ones. The blankets that was donated by Queen Victoria. We start having geometric patterns outside to make sure that our houses look...
Wow, look at that. Boy, it must be terrible race grifter promoting black folks. So here we go. So now let's take a look at this one here. I waited 3 years to make this happen. 3 years trying to save Nu, a San language, a Bushman language. So this one here, yeah, race grifting. Yeah, here we go. Let's look at this race grifting. Hello, folks, and welcome back to Chris Wyatt Africa. Today's topic is about the loss of language. Thousands of languages around the world have gone extinct or are on the verge of going extinct as we speak today. This tragedy is one for humankind that cannot be calculated in ways that we can balance a business sheet. Pronounce that correctly. It's a San language, which is we see a number of languages currently in jeopardy of disappearing from the United Nations. I should think so, if the only speaker of the language is an 88-year-old grandmother. As I said, that video was 4 years ago. Only has 819 views. Only 819 views. And obviously, I'm not doing it for money. I'm obviously not doing it for attention. I'm just doing it because it's the right thing to do. So let's go with that was that. So then I fulfilled something last year that I really wanted to do in May of last year. This is what I put up last year. So that was in 4 years ago. So that was, I don't know the exact date on that, but this is what I finally fulfilled last year. Finally fulfilled this last year. So yeah, race grifter. Yeah, I guess I'm just terrible.
Hey folks, welcome back to the program. This is Chris in Uppington in the north.
Come on, this really, you know, this race grifting thing, I must have it down to an art as I'm promoting black and brown people. These are people just scumbags.
Hey folks, welcome back to the program. This is Chris in Uppington in the Northern Cape. And I'm kind of excited. I've been waiting 3 years to do this interview. 3 years. I'm here with a very interesting lady, Oma Katerina Esau, who's the last known speaker of a language that I do a very poor job of explaining. If I pronounce it correctly, it might be Nu, but no. You're close? Okay, close. So, Oma Katerina Esau, her granddaughter Claudia is in the background. She's going to help because my Afrikaans, as you know, is not good enough to do this conversation. So I'll be speaking to Ms. Esau, and her granddaughter is going to translate.
En my nuggie. En hulle kom sê vir my, jong, jy weet mos waar bly ons so om?
Nee, vrouw was oma opgewonden, was oma bang om Nigel kom.
So you see, that's just a smattering of things. These people are scumbags. They're just scumbags, and they have no merit. So yeah, just nonsense. It's just pathetic losers. That's the problem. That's what they are. That's what they are. That's who they are. And that's how they behave. So yeah. So I'm seeing another person who's a regular viewer of this channel. For some reason, I'm being blocked from seeing his chat. I don't understand that what it is. Anyway, John Hoochin, I haven't seen ages from out in Arizona, has entered the chat, if that's really him. But for some reason, I don't see it over here. Why is that? Stefan Miller gave 10 Canadian dollars. Chris, another coffee to calm the nerves. We know you just don't need, just stoop down to her level. Just don't like the double standards. Oh no, what do I feel? I feel nothing towards a slimy human being who is just a propagandist and not worthy of anyone's time. Your son lives where, in Uppington? Yeah, it is hot up there. Okay, now I see you, John. Your message was no. Maybe somebody deleted your message. Okay, you're here for real, John. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in weeks, man. You okay? Yeah, we're gonna send out a search party for you. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. See, why do you consider me a narcissist? Because you keep asking for attention. You keep looking for attention in the chat, and people keep giving it to you. I'm ignoring the person. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, these people. So 4 years ago, I highlighted this language, and it took me 3 years to get to her. A true story. True story. I want to interview that woman for 3 years. She's in her 90s now. Oma Katrina Isau, the last first language speaker. Yep. So it took me 3 years. You saw the beard. Yep. Wow. But no, they just want to lie about me because they're useless. Oh, you only criticize black people. No. And besides, so what? What if I only criticize black people? What if I do? I don't, but what if I do? What if I do? That I made a huge effort. I went to Uppington. By the way, Uppington's not cheap, man. It cost me like $400 to fly up to Uppington and back. $350, $400 to fly there. And you got to fly an Airlink. So, yeah, it's not easy to do. I've been to Uppington twice now. Yeah, this last time was pretty cool. I got to go up to Ojrabi's Falls. Yeah. Malcolm says, because you are what? Oh, you're talking to someone else. Gotcha. So you got to put the handle in there. So yeah. Anyway, just stop commenting with someone. Let it go. Hey, Kathy, you're gonna catch up later. I'm surprised at how few views yesterday's video got. 15,800. That's a little disappointing about the uptick in the number of refugees. Yeah, I haven't had a big one in a while. My last 100,000 video. Wow, when was that? It's gonna be a while ago. Oh, now my last 100,000 video. Let's see. That's quite a while ago. Back in December or November, probably. Yeah, 64,000 views, 75,000 views. Now I'm 50,000 views. Back to November. Yeah, it's been November at least since I had 100,000 views. So wow, that's disappointing. 81,000 views. Okay, there it is. 102,000. Last one I had is November 18th, 102,000. It's the last, wow, over 2 months ago since I had 100,000 views on a video. And the videos have been pretty darn good, so. Yeah, people think it's all about the refugee thing. The refugee thing is not getting me views. Thank you, Annie. No, it's all right, Malcolm. I figured out what you're getting at. All right, Pats, have a good day. My passport thing at Ojrabi's. No, I don't remember. What was the passport thing? I'm sorry, Loretta. I'm drawing a blank. The mosquitoes are eating you alive. Oh, wow. That sucks. That sucks. Hang on a second here. That's not what I want. I want this. Come on, where you at? There you go. Let's try. This is going to be fun. So, come on a little faster there. Okay, there it is. Here we go. Skeeter season. All right, Justin, I'm glad you got it.
Buzzing in the moonlight glow, tiny vampires in a row. They dive, they sting, they leave a show. Crusade.
Janela burning bright.
A feeble shield in this fight.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha, Loretta. I remember that now. I forgot.
Haunting sight. Summer's lost to their delight. The spray's a joke. They just don't care. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Skeeter season can't escape. They're tiny thieves in a cape crusade. Smack 'em down, they rise again. Drain me dry.
Hey, morning, Steve Cop. How's Uppington, man? Must be hot and blazes up there.
Skeeter season
No, not many mosquitoes here.
in this world. Close the windows, lock the door.
Thank you, Snow, for the 14-rand super chat. Yeah, Uppington gets too hot. For me, wintertime is better. Skeeter season. That was a fun one. That was fun to make that one. I think that if I were to use Gemini to make video to go along with my my songs and then put them up, I'd make a lot more money off that. Thanks a lot for what you do, Colonel Special Refugees. You keep us all positive and keeps our hopes up. Well, you're welcome, Brew Family. Yeah, I don't get bit very often either, Jaretha. They don't like my blood. I'm B positive. Thank you, Broken Arrow. Yes, I'm still live, Elmarie. Debbie says, watching it at Stevens, did you do an interview with other artists? No, I tried. Back in 2020, when the lockdown happened, I offered to do interviews for businessmen, businesswomen, you know, and also for musicians. And I got Steve Hofmeyer. That was through Jeremy Nell, who knew him. And I tried to get Juanita Duplessis, Frania Duplessis, Ruan Josh, Bok van Blerk, what's her name? Who's the one? God bless it. Now I'm drawing a blank on her name. Liesel, what the hell? Liesel Pretorius, what's her name? Liesel. Try YouTube. Liesel, I can't think of her last name right now. Is it Liesel Pretorius? Not Liesel Peters. Oh, it is Liesel Peters. Yeah, Liesel Peters. I tried to get her on there. None of them come on. They all have agents, and they refuse to let them do interviews. So I tried to help them. None of them were making any money. They were all starving, and I tried to offer videos, just do interviews so people could, get links on where to go to catch their music and make money for them, but they weren't interested. No, Bulk van Blerk never responded. I've had Danny van der Westhuizen on the program. I've had Steve Hofmeyer. I've had Giselle on the program. I've had Monty Jackson on the program. These are all independent artists. Yeah, but no one with any contracts. They won't talk to me, Debbie. They won't talk to anybody. No. Yeah, and I agree with you. Future looks bright. Video should have 100,000 every single video, but it's hidden. So, all right. Yeah, Liesel Pretorius. I thought it was Liesel Peter. I thought her name was Pretorius, though. Why am I thinking it's? Is it Liesel Peters? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's her. Asamlos. That's one of my favorite songs. Yep. 10 years ago. Yeah. That's a great song. I want to get Liesel Peters on the show, but she wouldn't come on. Love that song. Asamlos. She's breathless. I figured that out. Asamlos, yeah. Yeah, breathless. Yeah, atemlos would be breathless in German, so, yep. Take care of everyone. Keep up positivity. Give counsel. Bend over backs to help people, but who takes care of you? Well, hats off for all the work and effort you put in providing accurate news information. Thank you, Yaku Kruger. Okay. Karen says, I don't have managed before I find your channel. It's a highlight of my day. Well, that's awesome. And Martin says, I don't like my blood either. Hot as hell. Chris, where do you get your post address going to Kansas the end of February? When you get here, Mornay, just let me know, and I'll send you the P.O. Box number, okay? All right? Yep. Okay. All right, yeah. So you just send it through the Postal Service. UPS is expensive. Postal Service isn't cheap either, but it's a lot cheaper than UPS. So just send it to the Postal Service. I'll get you my P.O. Box, and you can send it to me that way. Thank you. Yep. Yep. I didn't know they lost their baby during COVID. See, I didn't know that. But I really want to. I'm a huge Juanita Duplessis fan, and I'm even bigger Franya Duplessis fan. Yeah, I love Franya's song. What's that one? Oh man, that one song I love. Franya Duplessis. Which one is it? Staat der Verlangen. Staat van Verlangen. That is a great song. I love that song. Staat van Verlangen. What a great song. It's a great song. Managed farm, Southwest Iowa, looking for help. John, I'm not sure what that means. It is such a beautiful song. I love that song. And I love the video. I don't know where they filmed that. It was pretty good. Yeah, so. All right, good luck, Toothless Wonder. Just be honest. Tell the truth. Be forthright. And there you go. Answer their questions as best you can, okay? And remember, it's about racial persecution, not about crime. If you're making a crime, if there's a racial element to it, then you need to tell them that. Or political persecution, okay? Good luck. South African refugee farmer. I still don't know what that means. There's a South African refugee farmer in southwest Iowa who's looking for help. All right. Okay. Got to go, guys. Got to go. It's late. Wow. 12:30. We've been at this for 2.5 hours. Didn't realize it was that long. How do we do on the stream? We got 330 likes, a little bit of super chat revenue, and 212 people currently watching. 2,200 watched during the course of it. You guys take care. Is there a way to check out how long I've been following you? Malcolm, I don't know if there's a way to see how long you've been watching the channel. That's a good one. But Malcolm, you've been with the channel since 2020, haven't you? I mean, nobody here, I guarantee none of you here watched my channel before February 2020. I guarantee that. Because I had 2 subscribers and 4,300 views on a 15-year-old channel. So none of you are watching it. But people came, Paulie, Hendo, Erica, Malcolm. I think all you guys were in the first couple hundred subscribers. Yep. 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 Anyway, you guys take care. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I need to go get some rest. All right. Tiki, how's it going? All right. Everybody be well. Thanks. Cheers. I want everybody to come to America, work hard, make lots of money, and super chat me because I'm making money off refugees. Anti-Zionist, not anti-Semite. Palestinian Semites. All Middle Easterns are Semites. Eddie, what's your point? All Middle Easterns are they're Semitic peoples. What's your point? Anti-Semitic is a phrase applied to Jew hatred. Just because other people are Semites doesn't mean it applies to them. So what's your point? He's not exactly you're not exactly disclosing a great secret that no one knows about. All right, that's going to do it. Cheers, everybody. Be well.